Braden Trump. Number 6, Tristan Torres. Number 7, Mateo Brasilia. Number 8, Ryan Torreson. Number 9, Krishos Pexas. Number 10, Hamish Ogden. Number 11, Dominic. Number 12, Levi Igali. Number 13, Adam Spanansky. Number 14, Tagona Lamont. And now we introduce your starting lineup for your TSS Rovers, presented by Parallel 49 Brewing. Number 30, Cal Weir, starting in goal. Number 3, Kian Proctor. Number 5, Ali Zohan. Number 7, Michael Hennessy. Number 8, Osman Toure. Number 9, Koji Poo. Number 10, Ivan Mejia. Number 13, Ben Halton. Number 15, Avi Alenu. Number 18, Louis Flebo. Number 21, Shana Zara Jambour. Tonight's match, a community savings credit union, which will be officiated by referee Amir Bromwich. First assistant referee, Theodore Diedrichsen. Second assistant referee, Chris Hara. And the fourth official, Max Oldendorf. Interested in becoming a referee? BC Soccer wants to hear from you. Please visit bcsoccer.net/referees for more details. And now at this time, we ask you to please rise if you are able and remove your hats for the playing of the Canadian National Anthem.
Good evening and welcome back to Swangard Stadium, Burnaby, beautiful British Columbia. It's the second match of the night and it's the men's season opener in the 2025 League 1 BC season, and the defending champs TSS Rovers take on the new boys on the block, Evolution FC from Coquitlam, playing their first match in the team's history on the men's side. The women earlier came away with an exciting 2-2 draw and their first point of their history. Can the men match that or go one better? Led by head coach Les Krivak, Evolution FC line up as follows for their first match. In goal was number 30, Jordan Thorson. We'll give you the rest in numerical order. Number 2, Braden Truong. Number 6, Tristan Torreson. Number 7, Mateo Brasilia. Number 8, Ryan Torreson. Number 9, Frixos Petsis. Number 10, Hamish Ogden. Number 11, Dominic De Paula. Number 12, Ebby Igala. Number 13, Adam Szymanski. And number 14, Takoda Lamotte. For TSS Rovers, led by head coach Brendan Teeling, his second year in charge of the Rovers. He took them to a league and playoff double last year, and it's very much a new look TSS Rovers side for 2025. A lot of the familiar faces have moved on. It's a new young batch of talent looking to make their name at Swangard in front of the Swangardians. And for this one tonight, they line up in a 4-2-3-1 formation. In goal, making the switch from Harbourside, number 30, Callum Weir. Right back is number 15, Avi Elumu. The centre-back pairing is number 21, Shaya Zarjampur. and number 13, Ben Houghton, and left back is number 3, Cian Proctor. The two central midfield, defensive midfield pivots, number 7, Michael Hennessy, and number 5, Ali Zohar. Front of them, you've got a 3 on the right wing of number 18, Louis Climo. In the middle, Ivan Mejia. And out left is number 9, Koji Poon, Mejia wearing the number 10 jersey. And leading the line for TSS, a new face for them, number 8, Usman Toure. And no one knows quite what to expect from TSS this season. It is, as I say, very much a new look Rovers side. We'll get into that as this broadcast goes on. The man in the middle for this one is Amir Ramic. The first assistant referee, Theodore Diedrichsen. Second assistant referee is Chris Harrop. And the fourth official is Max Oldendorf. I'm your match commentator, Michael McCall. And as always, we like to make these broadcasts interactive. You can get in touch on social media on X/Twitter at AFTN Canada, or AFTN on Blue Sky. If that is not for you, aftncanada@hotmail.com. Let us know what you're hoping for this season in League One. If you want to chat about this match, these teams, let us know where you're taking the action in from for the women's game. We had people watching in New Zealand, London, Toronto. Let us know if you're watching in any far-flung places. The action underway. Evolution going from left to right in the famous Coquitlam Metroford blue and black stripes, and almost doing what the women did and having a attempt on target in the first minute there. It worked for the women. They took a first minute lead in that one. That one high and wide though for Evolution. And if you've watched any of the Coquitlam Metroford teams at youth level in the VMSL, you'll recognise those black and blue striped kits. TSS also in new strips for this season, wearing the red and white and going from right to left in this first half. And Callum Weir on the ball in the TSS goal. New addition to this Rovers lineup. He's played the last 2 seasons in League One for Harbourside. He's one of the best goalkeepers in League One, and he is taking on the starting goalkeeping lineup tonight, taking over from Justin Sandu, who has moved on and isn't playing in League One this season. Deciding to concentrate more on his career and just playing amateur for BB5, the VMSL champions, who get their Provincial Cup underway on Sunday. And a few of these players on the pitch will also be playing Provincial Cup this month, so it'll be a busy time for them. As Toure just not able to control that. But it's won back by Ali Zohar, one of the familiar faces for TSS. He's been with them from the start. This is his 4th year in League One for Ali. Such a key figure for this team, and a lot is going to be expected of him. He's an old hat, but he's still only 23 years old, but that's how long he's been involved in this. Coming off a strong college career with SFU and was previously with the Whitecaps Academy, and a lot will be on his shoulders to lead this team wearing the captain's armband this year. And he plays the ball back to the centre-back, Shaya Zarjanpur, who is a full-back turned centre-back. I mean, if you're looking at this TSS team, I've got to be honest, the centre-back does, for me, look like an area of concern. You've lost the experienced figures of Nick White and Danilo Shmichenko, and it's a young centre-back pairing, and they will be put under pressure, you feel, in this one. That's a nice ball up the wing to get chased down by Ryan Torreson. Centres that in, and that's going to take a touch there of Ben Houghton back to Callum Weir. Ryan Torreson, one of 4 Torreson brothers on this Evolution team. 2 of them in the starting lineup tonight, the other 2 out with injuries to start this one. It's a slow-paced start to this one. Both teams just feeling each other out. Still some familiar faces, of course, on this TSS side. Ivan Mejia just heading the ball forward, being one of them. And speaking to Brendan Teeling, the head coach of TSS, before this one, he feels this is going to be a season where Ivan Mejia, you're going to see him back to his best. He had a really good 2023 that earned him a contract in the CPL with Vancouver FC. Things didn't work out there for him, as in on goal there is Matteo Brazinian, a heavy challenge but a fair one coming in there from Zarjanpur, and he had to time that right. Matteo Brazinian, such a dangerous player, the Canada West Player of the Year, leading Canada West last year in goals, assists and points. The first player since Gagan Desange in 2012 to lead in all three categories. 17 games played, 9 goals and 9 assists, and he's almost pouncing on that loose ball here. For me, Brasilia is going to be the man to watch tonight for Evolution, and I think he's going to be a man to watch all season for this Evolution side. And it's a good side that Les Krivak has built. Some Coquitlam Metro alumni in there, sprinkled in with some good players from elsewhere as well. Brasilia himself, a former Coquitlam Metro youth player, jumping at the chance now to play for their first professional or semi-professional team. And it's Brasilia on the ball again just now. And that's just off very quickly. That was so tight decision there. Frixos Petsas, the man, played in there. Petsas coming off a fantastic season in the VMSL, the Vancouver Metro Soccer League, the top amateur league in BC, for those that don't know it. 19 goals for Croatia he got this season, which was the third highest in the league. And that one is chipped forward by Michael Hennessy. Big couple of weeks coming up for TSS. They head out to Winnipeg on May 7th for the first round of the Canadian Championship, taking on Valor. Can they repeat the historic moments here at Swangard in 2023? That 3-1 victory will long live in the memories of everyone that was here that night. Now they have to go and do it in Winnipeg, and they'll be hoping the first 4 or 5 weeks of the League One season can get them prepared for that. Still some additions to come for this TSS side, I believe. And one of the new faces on the ball there, Usman Touré, born in Gambia, living in Barcelona in Spain. Has primarily played all his football over in Spain in the lower divisions before making the move to Canada last year. He's been playing in the VMSL with Inter, and 4 goals for him on the season. Brendan Teeling feels he's a player that if he can get off the mark early, get a goal in the first or second game, he's going to go on a little bit of a tear. Very much a confidence player. Maybe sometimes from watching him this season, he maybe does take a couple of touches too many on the ball, but he will be leading the line for TSS tonight. Hennessy flicks that one out wide. Gets the ball back now. Michael Hennessy was such a key player for TSS last year. Of course, scoring that goal against Pacific that almost gave TSS the victory in the island in last year's Canadian Championship. Touré touches that inside for Hennessy, but that's won back well. And a foul given away by Hennessy in the process. That was Tristan Torreson going down there. The second of the Torreson brothers on the pitch tonight. All four Torsen brothers played at SFU this past season as well, so they're going to have some good chemistry in there. A couple of other SFU players on this Evolution roster as well. As the pressing game from TSS forces the turnover. Touré just can't get onto that. It's cleared. Based on pre-season results, the turnover of players as well, I've got to say, coming into this one, I did feel Evolution were the favourites, even though it is their first ever game in League One. Just the quality on their roster and the experience in League as well, in League One, might come to the fore. But so far it's TSS doing the pressing here, and they get their first corner of the evening here in the 10th minute. And Ali Zohar is on set piece duty. Mahia going short, but Zohar goes long, and it's just over the head there of Hulton. It's cleared by Evolution, not too far though. TSS are going to get this back in when Hennessy whips it in. Comes back to Climo. Mahia now. And Evolution come away with the ball now, and Brasilia trying to get some numbers forward. Another loose pass. There's been a few of these in the early going from both teams, but Kian Proctor there to mop it up. One of the SFU players not playing on the Evolution or Burnaby side. He is back playing with TSS for his third season in League One with the Rovers. 28 games in the last 2 years for 19-year-old Kian Proctor. We first saw him break through as a left winger, and then last year transitioned to that left back role, and he's really thrived in that position as well. The Rovers get a throw in midway in the Evolution half. Hennessy immediately under pressure, forced to play this back. It'll come out to the left now to Proctor. Koji Poon, maybe his first chance to get into the action in this game. Nice little ball inside there to Climo. As Proctor in a tussle there with Petsis, and the decision goes the way of the Evolution man. I think the referee's going to just give Proctor a little bit of warning, in fact more than a warning. He's bringing out the first yellow card very early. 13 minutes and the first yellow card comes out. Don't actually think anyone was booked in the women's game, so I think that is the first yellow card of the season in League One, and it goes the way of Kian Proctor in the 13th minute. A little early to bring a card out for his first challenge, I've got to say. Don't like when the cards come out this early. It kind of sets the tone for the whole game, and it often leaves referees with nowhere to go. Evolution won't care about that though, and standing over this free kick is Adam Szymanski. Szymanski plays his college football for Fraser Valley Cascades. He's going to whip this one in. It's a good ball by Szymanski, but in fact he gets too much on that, and it's easily dealt with by Callum Weir. Rovers back at it. Feel it's a wide open men's division in League One this year. It's there for the taking going into the season. Altitude's the team that I probably have as favourite. They've done some good off-season build. I like what they've done. They came up just short last year in the championship game. But I feel they might have what it takes to get the job done this season. TSS, though, will have something to say about that. They want to get back to the Canadian Championship next year. They're already in it this year for the 3rd year in a row. And of course, if they can get past Valor on May 7th, they will take on the Whitecaps in a 2-legged series in the quarterfinals. And what an occasion that would be at Swangard. A lot of football to be played before that happens, and I'm pretty sure Phil DeSantis' Valor side will have something to say about that. They would love a chance to get the Whitecaps out to Winnipeg as well. Szymanski with the long ball forward to no one. That's just going to run through to Callum Weir. Callum Weir's had a very interesting journey in football. He is the national goalkeeper for the Canadian futsal team. Featured on the bench last season for Pacific when they had their goalkeeper crisis as well. And has really shone in League One for Harbourside, as I mentioned, in the last couple of years. But he's also done very well at college level. We're from the Yukon. You don't see many players from the Yukon breaking through. Zohar with it. Little give and go. Hennessy now plays this one back to Elimu. Nice movement here from TSS, but that one just gets away. A little bit too much on that from Hennessy, and that's going to be out for an evolution throw in deep in their own half as we move into the 17th minute here at Swangard. Still scoreless in the first League 1 BC men's match of 2025. Another game on Sunday if you want to come out and watch some live football in North Vancouver at Kinsman Field as Altitude host Vancouver Rise on the women's side and Vancouver Whitecaps on the men's side. That one goes from 1 o'clock. It's always wonderful to take in the games out in North Vancouver. Great tackle there from Koji Poon, taking the ball away there from Igali, who gets back and brings down Poon, which... how that isn't a booking, as the fans are also shouting, considering Proctor got one for far less just a couple of minutes ago. It's just no consistency here from the referee to start this one off. I mean, I mentioned I don't like seeing early yellow cards, but if you've got them out, you've got to at least be consistent, and we're not seeing it there. TSS though with the free kick, and Michael Hennessy standing over this one. Hennessy lofts this one in, but it's no TSS player in sight, and that just runs all the way through to Jordan Thorson. The 23-year-old goalkeeper from Kelowna. Player that was playing last year in League One with Altitude. Only managed to make the 2 appearances last year. Became the starting goalkeeper though for SFU this past college season, playing in 12 games, and just this week was named SFU Terry Fox Inspirational Male Athlete of the Year as well. So well done to Jordan for that. That's a ball for Toure to chase, but asking a lot of the big striker. And another good crowd out for this one. There's a good crowd out for the women's game, a good crowd for this as well. I mean, looking around, I'd say there's maybe about 700-800 here, which, considering the Canadian women's national teams in town tonight, it's a really good turnout. Both these teams, of course, have their academies and a lot of academy players on the pitch, or former academy players as well. So families, friends, young academy players out to support both these teams. As the ball whipped in, and it's just cleared there by Ben Houghton. Could have been a dangerous one, but it's going to bring up the first corner of the evening for Evolution. And I don't know if it's my old eyes or not, but I can't make out the number who's taken that in the far corner there. I'm getting a shake of a head as well, so it isn't just my eyes. Does seem very dark in that corner, but anyway, the corner comes in and Zohar gets it out to Mahia. He's got Poon up ahead, but that's really the only option. Now he plays it inside to Toure. Good footwork by the Gambian. Forward to Koji Poon. He's closed down very quickly though by 3 Evolution players, and they're going to come away with it now from Ebi Egali. He plays that one forward. Miscontrol there from Houghton, and also miscontrol there from Brasilia, and TSS will slow this one down, and Shaya Sarjanpur. Remember, you can get all your League One news and information on the L1BC website, league1bc.ca, and download the app. It's available in the Apple and the Android stores. You can download that to get news of all the results, scores, teams, who's playing, and the lineups and everything, future fixtures for League One BC, League One Alberta and League One Ontario. Alamu plays that forward now. Poon gets himself in a little bit of space. Hennessy, Proctor, Poon linking up there. 3 SFU Red Leaf players. And it comes to Mahia at the end of the box. He goes for the flashing shot, but there's too much traffic ahead of him. Picked up by Climo. It's just bouncing about the Evolution box. No TSS player can get a foot in it, and just a big boot up the field from Tristan Torreson just to clear the danger. Speaking to Brendan Teeling before the match, he did raise concerns like where the goals might be in this team. It's not as free-flowing a team as it has been in the past. They've lost some big hitters in the goal-scoring department. Couple of players still to come into this lineup though. Amalu chips that forward. It's just over the head of Hennessy and cleared by Szymanski. Michael Hennessy coming in to the League One season on the back of a 6-goal season for SFU. He was the team's leading scorer, but it wasn't a great season in the GNAC conference for SFU. They did struggle at times. Hennessy, though, led in goals. Koji Poon did lead the team in assists. So they'll be looking to see if they can build on that form for TSS now. And it's Poon on the ball just now. He takes a look up, switches it out to the right. Toure, and a lot of room out there. What can he get done? Sends a cross, and it's a dangerous one. Climo connects with it, but Tristan Torreson, actually it was Adam Szymanski that was in the road there to get an important block in that, and I thought Louis Climo was going to put that one away for his first goal as a Rover, but instead TSS are going to have to settle for a corner. Zohar with the outswinger, acrobatic attempt there from Touré that more troubles the cone on the sideline there than the goal. Worth a try. When it comes off, it looks spectacular. Egali with the throw-in. Brasinia, that looked like he was offside there, but flag staying down. And a foul going against Brasinia. He doesn't agree. Kind of fall in Brasinia's camp there, I've got to say. Alemu. Nice little touch outside to Climo. It's a good ball in, but just finds the head of Egali. And it's out for yet another TSS corner. They're racking up the corner count here. This time it's Michael Hennessy that's going to go over to take this one. Hennessy, good delivery. Hulton goes up for it, just can't connect. It's in the air from Szymanski. And headed back in there from Koji Poon, but that'll just run through to Thorson and the evolution goal. As we move past the 25-minute mark in the first half. Not really a lot of clear-cut goal-scoring opportunities. TSS have enjoyed the better of the play. I think the more dangerous opportunities for what there has been have fallen the way of the visitors from Coquitlam. Hamish Ogden just trying to find space in one of the channels. And Amelu snuffs that one out. Touré now. Lovely play there from Touré. Inside now to Hennessy. Gives it back to the Gambian. He's got space here to deliver a good cross. Cuts inside. Usman Touré still with the ball, and it just did a little bit too much. I spoke about taking a few touches too many, and we saw it there from Touré. Apologising to his teammates. Just needed an earlier pass there from the forward, but good signs. Brendan Thielen mentioned in his pre-game chat, expect to see the front 5 or 6 very much interchanging. As Mejia tries to make room for the shot, can't get any power on it in the end, and it's a bit of a grass cutter and just goes out for a goal kick. But yeah, Thielen mentioned expect the front 6 to interchange. You'll have the guys taking turnabout on the wings and through the middle. And we have seen that in the first 25 minutes here. As Mejia now pushing the furthest forward for the Rovers. Egali to Ryan Torres. One back though by TSS. Mejia brings it down. I thought he was going to go for the cheeky little back heel that we know is in Ivan Mejia's locker. Amelu, lovely little flick forward for Touré, but that's closed down well by I thought it was Brasinia, but I think it might actually be Braden Truong. Houghton will just play this one back to Callum Weir. Rovers trying to bring it out. They've enjoyed the better of the possession here. Evolution's been on the back foot for much of this first half. Toure. Keane Proctor now inside to Mejia. And Toure in lots of room out wide. Not a great ball though from Mejia, and a chance now for Evolution to get something going forward. Truong plays that one forward for Brasilia, but Houghton with the important header. He had to get that, otherwise Brasilia was nipped in, and we know how dangerous he can be one-on-one with the keeper. Good play there from Egali. Ebby Egali from Surrey, just coming off his rookie season with Fraser Valley Cascades. Really impressed. I liked what I saw from him in the Cascades games that I commentated on this year. Played in 16 of the games, starting 6 and getting a couple of goals as well, including one against UBC in the Canada West semi-final, where Cascades really gave what was then to become the U Sports national champions a hell of a game. Some good talent on that Cascades team, and a few of them in League One this coming season, and a few of them on the pitch tonight. Toure tussling away out in the far side. Evolution though come away with the ball. Now they can maybe get a chance to get something going. Not a good ball forward in the end there though. Just things not coming off for Evolution just now. They've got a lot of attacking talent out there. They're just not getting the ball to them. Brasilia and Petsis are two players that can just score for fun, but they've not really seen much of the ball tonight. Maybe now is the chance for Evolution. Good tackle though coming in there from Zarjanpur. He's got to get back in position now though, as Evolution get on with this one quickly. Mejia wins it back for TSS. Mejia again. Pound forward, touch to the outside, looking for Poon, and it's very well read by Egali. He'll bring this one forward now. Nice chip forward here. That's a lot for Brasilia to try and chase down, his Fraser Valley Cascades teammate. Into the last 15 now. Still scoreless here at Swangard. If you went with us for the women's game, just a reminder that the format of League One has changed this season. There is no longer playoffs, there's no longer a championship game. It's a straight regular season, and whichever team on the men's side is top of the table at the end of the regular season will represent BC in the 2026 Canadian Championship. Let us know who your money is on for that. As I said, mine right now, probably Altitude, I think, is my tip for the title this year. Let us know if you disagree. Let us know if you agree. AFTN Canada on X, AFTN on Blue Sky, or AFTN Canada at hotmail.com. Likewise, let us know where you're taking the action in from tonight, and any thoughts on the game or League One season here in BC or across Canada. We'd love to hear from you. Love to make these broadcasts interactive. Nice to see my good friend Ted Hans is watching the broadcast and enjoying it. His BB5 side just won a 4th straight VMSL championship, and they kick off their Provincial Cup quest on Sunday out in Surrey. A lot of good action to come this weekend. League One, as I mentioned, on Sunday in North Van. Provincial Cup kicks off at A, B and Masters level as well. It's going to be a lovely day on Saturday, a perfect day to get out and take in some more live football. Neither team really penetrating the final third of their opponents, not causing too much trouble. The press here from TSS, keeping Evolution pen back there and forcing the giveaway as well as Hennessy. Loose ball here, it comes to Poon. He can't get a clear shot off. As a good block there by Evolution, and now they're going to go the other way. And it's 3 against 3 as the through ball here. Perfectly played in for Ryan Torres, and he sends it to the back post, and it just eludes Frixos Petsis there. He just couldn't get on the end of that. The 19-goal man from Inter rushing in, looking to get his first goal in League One. And that quick transition play from Evolution is something that TSS are going to have to watch about. They were throwing everyone forward there after the mistake and the turnover in the Evolution box. The high press there really causing problems for that Evolution defence. Jordan Thorson, though, recovered well. And action at both ends of the field. The best spell of pressure there from both teams so far in this one, coming in the 35th minute. Toure now for TSS. Just plays that one behind Alumu, and it's out for an Evolution throw in midway in their half. Zarjanpur. Evolution appealing for offside. There's no way it was Michael Hennessy offside there. In fact, that's Hennessy just played in there. So it was Climo that had the ball. And TSS win another corner. It's their 5th or their 6th one of the first half so far. And it's Hennessy going to be over on corner kick duty for this one. He had a good delivery the last time. No one could put it away. Will TSS have better luck this time around? Hennessy floats that one in onto the head of Houghton. It's high in the air and just over the crossbar on the top of the goal. That's a giveaway there. Hennessy goes down in the box, appeals for a penalty. Nothing in that for me. Nothing in that for the referee either. He waves it off. Lovely little interplay though beside Hennessy and Mejia. And now the long ball forward for Poon. Actually watching it by there. It's definitely a tug on Hennessy there. A little tug on the shoulder. Was it enough to send him crashing to the deck? Referee thought not. Tristan Torreson now plays it back. Gets it. Return pass. Out to Braden Trong. Braden Trong, one of the Coquitlam Metroford youth alumni. Been with Coquitlam since 2015. With a couple of years at the Whitecaps kind of interspersed in between. Was the captain of Coquitlam Metroford's 2007 boys team and was voted the BC SPL Player of the Year. Also saw some time with the Metroford Wolves as well in VMSL and played in last year's Provincial Cup final. So for a young guy, a lot of experience and a lot of talent on that side of the park for Evolution, who have a free kick now that they'll send high into the box, but that's easily dealt with, or fairly easily dealt with by Callum Weir. And the low kick out to Koji Poon. That's a nice chip forward now to Michael Hennessy. Thorson quickly off his line and he gets to it first. Hennessy seemed to hesitate there. Don't know if he saw Thorson coming and just kind of eased up a little bit, but you'd have fancied Michael Hennessy to get on the end of that one. Great play though from Jordan Thorson. The 23-year-old from Kelowna showing his worth to Evolution early in this first half. Hennessy though back on the ball for TSS, knocked off his foot. And Evolution will bring it up the other side. Great tackle coming in there from Zohar. And Toure sent crashing to the deck. And are we going to get a first yellow card for Metrofort? Not 100% sure he showed that to the right player, but there's a card's come out anyway.
I didn't announce the first one, so I'm not going to start.
Brings a free kick up for TSS in a dangerous position here in the 40th minute. Mejia standing over this, so's Ali Zohar. Referee just making sure he's happy with how everything's set, and it is Zohar. He plays it low to Hennessy. It's just misreturned there by Hennessy, just way too much on that, and that's a wasted opportunity for the Rovers here. Chance now for Evolution. In on goal, lovely quick break. Here is the opening goal. Frixos Petsas gets the first goal for Evolution FC in their history, and you see what it means to this Coquitlam side. They celebrate in front of their fans, and there's a good turnout come here. I think actually it might be Matteo Brasinia. I wasn't sure if it was Brasinia or Petsis, but I think it might actually be Brasinia that got the goal. And Evolution taking the lead in the 42nd minute. And it is Matteo Brasinia.
Evolution FC goal scored in the 41st minute by number 7, Matteo Brasinia.
Fantastic stuff for Evolution, and they've been dangerous on the counters. Catching TSS cold there, all coming from a giveaway that they had as well with a free kick in a dangerous position, and that is what Matteo Brasinia can do. And that's really put a spring in the step of the visitors here. Frixos Petsas getting the assist on that goal as well. What did TSS have in reply? They've dominated possession without creating too many dangerous opportunities. Now they find themselves trailing by a goal. By 90 seconds and stoppage time left in this one. I wouldn't expect there to be too much stoppage time added on here. Proctor. Closed down well and it just runs behind. It's going to bring up a corner. The first one on this side for TSS. Proctor was keen to get on with it quickly, but waved off there by Hennessy. Hennessy plays that in. It's punched away by Thorson. Comes to Mejia at the edge of the box. Takes a turn inside. Goes for the curler. Gets way too much in that, and that's high and over the Evolution bar. We'll keep an eye on the fourth official for how much time is going to get added on here. And it looks like the goal has been credited to Dominic De Paula, the number 11. It really is hard to tell on the far side with those numbers and the lighting here. And that might explain why he was celebrating as much as he was, since he was with TSS last year. As a galley down in a little bit of discomfort after a heavy challenge there.
Evolution FC goal has now been credited to Dominic De Paula.
Like just watching that back, it was a galley that had the harder of the challenge and just coming off worse for wear of it. And just getting a little bit of treatment as we move into stoppage time here. And a galley hobbling off in a lot of discomfort here.
Looking to see who the goal scorer was.
I think there was an indication of a minute of time added on. Yeah, it was just 1 minute, and that is the end of the first half. It's been a good one for Evolution. They maybe gave up the possession stakes, but they got the important breakthrough. Dominic De Paula with the goal in the 41st minute, and it's the first goal in Evolution history. Frixos Petsis getting the assist with a nice little flicked header as well. And the counter-attack of Evolution causing the damage. A lot to do for TSS in the second 45 minutes. Can they come back, or are we in for a first Evolution victory? Go stick the kettle on, grab your biscuit of choice, and join me in 15 minutes for the second half of this one. Welcome back to Swangard Stadium, Burnaby, BC for the second half of men's League 1 BC action. It's New Boys Evolution with the 1-0 lead at half-time. A fantastic transition goal from Dominic De Paula, putting a sword into the heart of his former side. A nice quick counter-attack after a TSS free kick kind of fell apart. Nice assist as well, his first of the season for Frixos Petsis with a little flick into the path of De Paula. He still had so much work to do and he took it so well, putting it past Callum Weir, celebrating in front of the Evolution fans as well. And that's where we stand just now. Evolution with the 1-goal lead. TSS dominated possession. They couldn't really carve out any clear-cut goal-scoring opportunities. And we'll see what the second 45 minute brings us as we are underway now. And it's TSS going from left to right in this half in the red jerseys. Evolution in the famous Coquitlam Metroford black and blue striped jerseys. And head coach Les Kryvak will be delighted with how his Evolution side have played. He's been involved at Metroford since 2001. He's won 3 national youth titles with his Coquitlam boys, a couple of VMSL Premier Division titles as well with the adult Wolves team, and now the head coach for Evolution's first season in League 1. And right now they're 45 minutes away from a historic victory, but Michael Hennessy might have something to say about that, and he ties it up 52 seconds into the second half. A slip there from Adam Szymanski, punished by Michael Hennessy, and he's over celebrating in front of the Southsiders. And it didn't take long for the defending champs to tie things up. We're all square here at Swangard. It's TSS 1, Evolution 1, and we're in store for a cracking second half. Michael Hennessy with his first goal of the season, and it's game very much back on. I've seen enough of Michael Hennessy over the last couple of years to know he's not going to miss an opportunity like that. He did it in the Whitecaps Academy. He's done it at SFU. He did it for TSS against Pacific last year in the Canadian Championship. And now he gets their first goal of the 2025 season. And all the halftime team talks go out the window as we've got a whole different game. And Evolution, just not how things will have been drawn up by Les Krivak at halftime. He's going to have told them to really just keep the solid defensive shape that they had for much of that first half. But they're on the attack right away. Can they retake the lead here? Ball whipped in by Taliesin Kyle, who came on at half-time for Evolution, taking Braden Trong off. And Taliesin Kyle, a player with experience in League 1, played last season 5 matches for Unity. Didn't get on the score sheet, but was a key player for them, wearing the number 16 jersey now for Evolution. And that just runs out. It's going to bring up a TSS throw in on the far side. Kean Proctor just waiting for some movement there. Proctor taking no chances, just playing the ball back to Callum Weir. And TSS will bring it out up the right hand side. Both these teams might look a little different in a few weeks' time. There's still a number of players to come in for both of these clubs. But early points on the board is what you want. It's not the longest season in League One, but it can be a gruelling one with the travel over to the island, into the interior. And for those clubs that play there, they have to have the big travel for half of their season as well. So it can start to take its toll. Early points on the board can be crucial. And as mentioned in the first half, new format this year, it is no playoffs, no championship game. The regular season champs will be the champs at the end of the year and be in next year's Canadian Championship. And it's all to play for on the men's side. It does feel a very wide open division. Every point could be crucial. We saw a draw in the women's match between these two teams, a 2-2 affair there. And the galley just being told to go back by the referee a little bit, then just steals the yards back immediately. And the galley's clearance just blocked down there. It's chipped up a long hit and hope as Houghton didn't fully get enough on that. I wasn't even sure it was going to go back to Weir, but it does in the end, and Weir gets the big boot up on it. Miscontrol there from Ogden. Toure picks it up. Plays that out wide to Koji Poon, who goes for the dipper, and that one didn't miss by much. I think the angle from up here in the box maybe made it look a little bit closer than it was, but Jordan Thorson was very confident that was going by. Didn't make too much move for it, but that's what we know Koji Poon has in his locker. As I mentioned, leading SFU with 8 assists this season in what wasn't a great season for the Red Leafs, but Poon was certainly one of their standout players. Thorson to flicked on by another SFU player, Hamish Ogden. But Houghton will play it back once again to Weir. Alemu and Toure trying to link up there. The loose ball picked up by Zohar. Nice little touch outside from Mejia for Hennessy. Holds off his man inside to Toure. Kind of runs out of a bit of room but finds Alemu. And Avi Alemu gets a fortunate bounce back to him there. Keeps it alive for the Rovers. Toure does well, battling with Taliesin Kyle there. Taliesin Kyle stood up tall and won the ball in the end, but just put out a play from Evolution. Throw-in very quickly taken there by TSS. Tristan Otuamagi has also come on for TSS. As that ball in for Mejia, and he just can't get a direction in towards goal, and he heads that one high and over. Tristan Otuamagi, the number 16 for TSS, coming on for number 18, Louis Climo. Climo wasn't really fully able to get involved in that first half. We'll kind of see what Otuamagi can bring to the team now. Tristan has been playing the Fraser Valley Premier season for Vancouver FC's under-19 side. 1 goal to his name there. Played with TSS last year. This is his second year in League One. 8 appearances overall, grabbing 1 assist. Still very young. Just 16 years old. As TSS get something going here on the left side. Koji Poon looks to try and pick out the pass. Tries to play it into Hennessy. Again, a misplay in the box there from Szymanski. This time, not punished, and Evolution bring it out. End-to-end stuff now. Brezina plays that forward. That one's cut out. Poon puts the shoulders down, gets it forward now to Proctor. He whips that in, and Thorson quickly off his line to mop that one up. Good goalkeeping there by the 6'5" man from Kelowna. That flick there just over Brezinia's head. Tell you, Puna's been a real nuisance to Evolution in the first 10 minutes of this second half. I do wonder if that was one of the messages from Brendan Teeling to try and get him more involved. But now it's Hennessy powering into the box, just couldn't really connect to get that pass inside or get the shot off. Well read in the end by the Evolution defence, but TSS win it back right away. Toure. Mahia now touch inside to Otomagi. Back to Mahia, can't get room to get the shot off, looking for the run from Proctor. It wasn't coming. Comes out now though to Kean Proctor. He whips this one in and it comes to Hennessy! And I thought that one was going in from the angle up here. It just took it seemed to just hang in the air. I'm not really sure what happened there, but Evolution get that one away. TSS knocking on the door here. Ball back out to Proctor. He's had a couple of good deliveries in the last few minutes. Another one coming in. This one not as good, and Szymanski just gets that one clear. Only as far though as Mahia. TSS still keeping the pressure on. Back out again to Proctor. First time delivery to Hennessy. He takes a touch. He's under pressure from Szymanski, and Szymanski recovers very well there. Hennessy had to hit that first time. Just wanted too much time on the ball. And I think that Michael Hennessy that we'll see in a couple of weeks' time, that's maybe a little bit sharper than Michael Hennessy that we saw last year, would have taken that first time and put that away. But Proctor again causing problems out left. Another ball into the box, headed clear. Comes to Mahia. He kind of slices at that one, and that's not going to trouble Thoresen. And now they've got a bit of a chance for a breather and just regroup a little bit at the back here. Calm things down a bit. They've been very much under the cosh to start this second half. Hope you're enjoying the action wherever you are watching this on League 1 BC's YouTube channel. We've got games of the week coming all season long. A few of the clubs are also streaming their matches as well, so make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications to the League 1 BC YouTube channel. You'll get told all the games that are coming up. Every match will also be going up in full for you to enjoy at your leisure. Ogden now sprays that one out to Kyle. He was trying to get the ball back, but shut down by Alumu. But good play there from De Paula, the goal scorer for Evolution. TSS certainly had the better of the play in the first half, but they weren't really creating. This second half, again, they're enjoying the possession, but they're starting to get their creativity flowing. And Kean Proctor on the left wing has been formidable for them. And Toure now knocks this one past Kyle. Toure with a shot. It's a deflection of Hennessy. That could have gone anywhere, but it bounces wide off the right post. And another close call for Evolution, but they're still holding tall here and they're still on level terms. And Evolution need to try and get some of their counter-attacking play going here. Matteo Brazinia and Frixos Petsis have really kind of fallen out of this game, and Evolution need to try and get both involved. Dominic De Paula as well. He's got a bit of room out here on the left if they can get the ball over to him. But Evolution given the free kick up there, and TSS will get another chance to deliver one into the box. It's the hour mark fast approaching here at Swangard. Kean Proctor just going back a few yards for this free kick. We've seen some good deliveries in the second half from his crosses. Let's see what he can deliver from this set piece opportunity. To the edge of the box to Mejia. He flicks it on towards goal. Never going to beat Thorson from there. And Thorson just slows things down again for Evolution. Well, a dangerous roll out there from Thorson. Almost pounced upon by Hennessy. And that one out in the end as he was forced to just kick that before Hennessy got on the end of it. And Avi Alumu is over for the throw-in now. So a couple of years under his belt in Pac West with Douglas College. Houghton up the wing again to Proctor. That seems to be the MO for the Rovers in this half. Get the ball to Kean Proctor as much as you can, and he is causing problems out there. Thought he'd won the corner there, but the decision goes the way of Evolution. As we move into the last half hour here in a pulsating second half at Swangard Stadium, all tied up at 1 apiece. You'd be a brave person to predict the outcome of this. Evolution still very dangerous. They've still got some talent on the bench to bring on. Elemu battling away and wins his side a throw and looks to take it quickly. The movement not there for him though. The movement still not really there for him. Evolution doing a good marking job there. Well won back there from Hamish Ogden. Feel Evolution could really do with getting Ogden more involved in this one. He's such a threat in the middle of the park when he's on full flow, and it's just a loose pass from Toure. He tries to spray that out to Koji Poon. Evolution now coming away with it. De Paula, the goal scorer. Nice little turn of pace, gets room to send across, and it's dangerous one into the back post. Just gets away there from Petsis. He just can't get into the end of it, and running in behind him was Ryan Torreson, and he just couldn't get onto that either. Evolution warming their subs up. Interesting, TSS not warming any subs up at the moment. I think Brendan Teeling's happy to go with the lineup that he's got on the pitch for the next little spell. They've had a strong start to the second half. Can they find the breakthrough to lead in this match for the first time, or can Evolution get something going themselves and retake the lead here? Takuda Lamotte, player almost on the books of TSS this year, but has kind of carved out a starting role for himself under Les Kryvac here at Evolution, as Hennessy coming back from an offside position there. We saw Lamotte in the tail end of last season, played the last 3 games for Burnaby. Big, tall presence in the back. Was a midfielder and has only recently started to kind of play that centre-back role, and seems to have really impressed. Had the 2024 college season with Douglas. Spent some time in his teens as well over in Spain, so good grounding in football IQ from the big centre-back, and he's in 2 minds, I think, here whether to go up for this free kick or not. He's just checking to see who's behind him, and Lamotte is going to try and go up. High free kick coming in from Ogden. It's flicked on by the man I was just talking about, Lamotte, and you can see his frustration. He knows he could have done better there as he just directs that one wide. Nice delivery in though from Hamish Ogden. So I was just talking about, need to try and get him more in the ball for Evolution here. Coming off 2024 season at SFU's, had 2 years there after transferring from UVic. Toure now for TSS. That one is out for another TSS corner. Hennessy over to take this one on the far side as TSS get players forward. Just one player up the field just now for Evolution. Into the last 25 minutes here at Swangard. Hennessy with a corner for TSS. Movement in the box. It comes in. It's flicked up by Agali dangerously. It's not connected upon by Houghton. Going for the spectacular turn and volley, but TSS win the ball back. Floated in nicely. Toure with a challenge. Comes to Hennessy at the back of the box. Touch inside. And a great block there from Szymanski. Hennessy keeping on it though, and he's going to win another corner for his side here. As Agali down again. He went down at the end of the first half after a challenge, and he's down again, feeling it a little bit in his leg. He's getting his cramp worked out there. This Swangard pitch, it's big, and if you're doing a lot of running, especially early in the season, it can start to take its toll. As TSS looks set to get a substitution made. Making way is the number 15 Avi Elemu, or is he just going over for some water? He's just going over for some water. So I think TSS will wait till after this corner is taken for the substitution. We'll see who it is that is going to make way. Evolution making a substitution as well, but I think they will also wait. In fact, now we are getting a sub for Evolution. Going off is Ebi Agali. He can't go anymore, and coming on is number 5, Spencer Mellett. 6-foot midfielder from Coquitlam. Plays his college soccer with the UBCO Heat. Now we get back to the corner. Hennessy with dangerous in-swinger. Thorson though collecting very well there. He's dealt with most of what's been thrown at him as the long kick forward there, looking for Brezina to chase down. We talked in the first half just about all the plaudits and all the goals and all the assists that Brezina got in the Canada West season with UFV. And he's such a dangerous player. Really thought someone would have taken him in the CPL draft. He's in his 3rd year. He's just finishing his 3rd year at college. That doesn't seem to be the kind of players that are getting drafted. As we get the TSS substitution now. And Usman Toure making way for number 20, Luciano Kerriman. 5'11" forward from Cape Town in South Africa. His first year in League One, his first appearance here for TSS. And speaking to Brendan Teeling before the game, he says watch out for Kerriman. He could be a little bit of a surprise figure for TSS this year. 3 goals for Douglas College and Pac West. Toure did a lot of running, just wasn't really able to get the breaks, and we're seeing Kerriman right away in the thick of the action and committing a foul. I was told he's got pace to burn and a lot of skill, so watch for him tearing up that right wing. Lamotte wins the header. It's won back though by TSS. Proctor looking to try and play that up the wing to Otamagi. Mahia threads that through for Hennessy to run onto a nice block there. Good play by Lamotte to kind of check Hennessy and take him out of his run, allowing Thorson to get that cleared. Kerriman. Nice give and go there for Proctor. Gets space to send this cross in, and Thorson collects it, drops it, covers it again, and once again it's Proctor with a dangerous delivery in from the left. And Evolution just trying to do something on the counter, and they've not really been able to get much going in the second half. That was very similar to the first though, and it was just one quick counter attack, boom, in the back of the net, and that might be their best hope in the second half here if they don't change things up. Diagonal ball for Kerriman, just has too much on it, just pings off the foot a little bit too hard there from Koji Poon. Ball up for Brasilia, but it's cut out. Evolution win it back. Give it away though, right away. Zohar, nice little give and go there with Mahia. Nice, neat interplay there, but Szymanski not standing for that, just nipping in and breaking it up. The Poco man, a couple of years under his belt in the college game, another UFV Cascades player. It's a good ball playing centre back. Hasn't had too much of a chance to show that off this afternoon as Kerriman shows a bit of skill. Skips past De Paulo and a little shove in the back there, and referee says fair challenge. And Evolution just get quickly on with it. De Paula now. Twists away from Elemu. Can he get space to get the shot into the box? Good recovery though from Avi Elemu, and important foot in there, and puts it behind for an Evolution corner. Possibly their first corner of the second half. And it's Hamish Ogden over to deliver this one. It's to the edge of the 6-yard box. It's bouncing about. No one can really get a foot on it. Brasilia trying to get something happen. Comes back now to Ogden. He goes down in the box, and that's going to be a penalty. It's a trip from Ali Zohar. He's trying to say it was outside. It looked inside to me, I have to say. Just a foot out there from Zohar, and Ogden goes crashing to the deck. And it, just watching it back on the stream there, it was just inside the box. And Evolution in the 75th minute have a chance to retake the lead here from the spot. TSS women gave up a late penalty in the women's game, and now the men have a chance, this one, to take the lead. I'm just wanting to make sure that everything is settled nicely here. And it's Dominic De Paula. He got the first goal for Evolution. Can he double his tally here? De Paulo against Weir. De Paulo steps up. Weir, brilliant save by the keeper. But De Paulo follows into the loose ball. A delicate little dink into the far corner. And Evolution have the lead with 15 minutes to go here at Swangard. It's TSS Rovers 1, Evolution 2, and a double from the former TSS Rover, Dominic De Paula. And the side from Coquitlam, the expansion team, have 15 minutes to hold on for a historic first ever victory here. The goal coming, you've got to say, against the run of play, but you take your chances when they come, and Evolution have done just that, and Dominic De Paula has just done that. Great save from Callum Weir. We know how good he is at penalties. Another big save from him there. The loose ball, though, De Paula reacted superbly. The little dink to the back post, and it's 2-1 Evolution. And we're getting a substitution now here for Evolution. Going off is number 9, Frixos Petsis. And try and see who it is that has come on here. Looks like it's the number 18, Josh Jordan. Josh Jordan, that's come on there, 17-year-old forward. He is the son of former Whitecap legend Jason Jordan, that lit it up here at Swangard over the years for the 86ers and the Whitecaps. Now his son, following in his footsteps, making his League 1 BC debut, and it's just feel my age, because when I first moved over here I was watching Jason Jordan, I was watching Steve Kindle. Last year I got to call Steve Kindle's daughter Lacey Kindle's debut for the Whitecaps, and now the League 1 debut for Josh Jordan. That's surely going to be a penalty for TSS. Not going to be. That looked a clear tug there on Kerriman. And the crowd not happy. I'm just watching this back on the stream. Kerriman, lots of tugs there, and I don't know if he feels that he went down too easily. It did look like Dakota Lamotte had his arms and gave a tug there on Kerriman. Referee not having it. And the TSS fans in front of me and to the side of me, not happy bunnies at all at that decision. Mejia now brings the ball down, tripped by Ogden, and sarcastic cheers as that one does get given. Don't think referee Amir Ramic is going to be the most popular man for the Rovers faithful as he's leaving the pitch tonight. That might be the spark, though, that is going to light a fire under TSS. But here goes De Paula again as Alemu trips on the grass. De Paula looking to see who he can play it to. Finds Ogden. Nice footwork by Ogden, and he tries to curl that one past. Takes a touch of Ben Houghton, and it's out for a corner kick. Great play there from Evolution. De Paula inspired against his former team, and Hamish Ogden doing the dancing there and nearly adding what would have been, I think, the killer blow for TSS. But instead Evolution just have to settle for the corner here. We're into the 80th minute. Corner comes in from Evolution. It's bouncing about the box, and it takes a deflection off the back of an Evolution player, and it's going to be out for a goal kick, which Callum Weir wants to quickly get onto, but he kind of kicks that up to no one in particular, it has to be said. And Szymanski will just usher this out as him and Mejia get into a little tussle there. Some words exchanged. De Paula Tries to skip past Elemu. I thought that was a foul, I've got to say, on De Paula, but it's given as a free kick. Oh, sorry, as a throw-in, as we're going to get another TSS substitution now. And it's Avi Elemu that is making way, and Nick Apostle coming on. Experience from the 26-year-old coming into this one. Former Whitecaps Academy players, played for WFC2 as well, before going down to college and playing in the NCAA. Also had spells over in Greece as well. Played last year in League One with Burnaby, making the switch to TSS this year, and player I've known since he was about 16, 17 year olds. Nice to see him in Rovers colours now. He knows Swan Guard very well from his time with the Whitecaps before. Poon trying to get something going. Broken up well though by Evolution. Stretching ball, and it's just bouncing about there. It's got a little bit scrappy at times in the last couple of minutes. Poon back deep, forced to play that one back to Proctor. Evolution doing a good job at closing out the game here and not allowing any space here to TSS. What can Apostle do? Give and go with Mejia. Apostle plays that out to Cian Proctor. It was a good ball, just a little bit too much on it. It was the right idea though, and Nick Apostle's brought a little spark since he has come on here. Apostle did spend the 2021 season in the CPL as well with Cavalry, so that's the kind of experience TSS need in these closing minutes if they're going to get anything from this game. But right now Evolution might kill it off as the ball comes into De Paula. Too close to Callum Weir though. De Paula on a hat-trick. Now Kerriman, like what I've seen from him since he's come on, he definitely has the pace to trouble this Evolution defence in the closing minutes, but just gives the ball away there. Now De Paula is going the other way, chips that forward to no one in particular. And Callum Weir will go out and collect it and bring it back into his box to send this up the field for the Rovers. And just wasted there by TSS. The ball runs through to Thorson. Szymanski bringing it out there. Said he was a ball playing centre back. See a little bit of that there as the ball comes back to him now. Can't keep that one in though, and it's going to bring up a Rovers throw in. Midway in the Evolution half here. Proctor looking for some movement. TSS only lost 2 games in all of last season. They're 6 minutes in stoppage time away from losing their first one of 2025. Proctor puts on the jets. Good delivery to the back post. Kerriman heads it up, just couldn't quite get connected with that. Apostle cleared by Lamotte. Sarjanpur plays that forward again. Thorson quickly off his line to deal with that one. Jordan Thorson's had a good game in goal tonight and doing that thing that goalkeepers can do so much to run some time off the clock. He'll take all the time he can here, as we're going to get another substitution. Making way for Evolution is the two-man goal-scoring hero for the Coquitlam side, Dominic De Paula. Brolin Masuhara coming on. He's a fullback and a midfielder, so we'll see where he kind of slots in here for Evolution. Taking an advanced role, interestingly, for them. Had 3 games in League One under his belt last year with Unity, as Evolution look to close out the last 4 minutes plus stoppage time here. TSS just trying to get anything from the game at this point. They've been the better team, but all that really matters is how many times you put the ball in the back of the net, and they've only been able to do that once so far this evening. A third from Evolution, you feel, would definitely kill this one off now. And that goal, the penalty and the non-penalty calls sucked a little bit of the life out the good crowd that's out here tonight. Nick Apostle does so well to win that. It's just taken away from him at the last minute, but referee calling it back for a foul in the build-up, and TSS will get a chance for a free kick here. Quickly taken as we're trying to send numbers forward. Zohar does well to let that one get ushered out. Apostle quickly takes the throw-in. And Otamagi now will send that up nicely to Proctor on the left. If he can get to it, and it's just misplayed by the defender. Takes a slight touch off him, and it's going to bring up a corner here for TSS in the 88th minute. Quickly taken by the Rovers, sent in to the near post, but again, Thorson more than a match for anything that's coming to him. He's looked every inch of that 6'5" frame in between the sticks for Evolution tonight. Mahia now. Poon, he started the second half so well. He's kind of fallen out of it in the latter stages. He's not really been able to get his creativity side showing. Apostle plays that forward to Mahia. He turns, runs and goal. Apostle was making the continued run, looking for the pass. It just didn't come from Mahia. I feel he held onto the ball a little bit too long there. Ball comes in. Hennessy again challenging with Thorson with the flag up for offside as the ball came in there. 90 seconds and change remaining in this one. Thorson with a free kick sent high and deep into the Rovers half. His head tennis out there just now, is no one able to bring it down. Ogden finally does. Evades the challenge of Otamagi as well and sprays it out to the wing. Brasinia will just take this to the corner flag, try and run some valuable seconds off the clock. He's in a tussle there with Ben Houghton and wins a corner for his side as well. Good play there from Matteo Brasinia. 20 seconds left. All eyes on the fourth official to see how much time might get added on here. There's been a little bit of stoppage. There was the Ebbe Agali injury for one, a slew of substitutions as well. And Evolution just happy to keep the ball in at the corner flag there, but they give the ball away in TSS. 4 minute minimum of stoppage time to get added on here.
4 minutes of added time.
4 minutes for Evolution to see out for a historic victory, or 4 minutes for TSS to salvage something from this one. Right now, though, it's going to be a free kick coming up to the Coquitlam side, about 25 yards out from goal, and Hamish Ogden lining up. He feels he might fancy going for goal here. He's usually on point with the set piece delivery, so we'll see what this one brings. 3-man wall for TSS. Ogden steps up on goal towards Callum Weir, doesn't hold it, gets at the second attempt though, under no pressure at all, and rolls this one out to Nick Apostle. That's the first of the 4 minutes gone. 3 left for TSS. What can they do here? 3 for Evolution to hold on, or even nick a third. That would definitely put the game to bed. Apostle, though, picks up the loose ball. Nice ball out wide here to Luciano Kerriman. His pace has troubled Evolution in this half since coming on, but just lets that one get away from him, and Evolution just happy to clear this one up the field. Zajanpur wants to get on with it quickly. Houghton now plays it out to Proctor on the left. Sorry, Koji Poon on the left, and just taken off him by Matteo Brasinia. He's going to bring up a throw-in pretty much near the corner flag here for TSS. Just can't get hold of the ball at the moment to get this throw-in taken. That'll just add a little bit to their frustration, I think. Corner comes in. Thorson this time mixes in and it's fired in! A dramatic stoppage time equaliser, and it's Ben Houghton, the centre back, in the right place at the right time. The one mistake from Thorson in this second half, and Houghton in the 6-yard box from about 4 yards out volleys it high into the net in the 93rd minute. And this one, Guardians bring out the red smoke, and TSS look like they may have salvaged a point from this one. Heartbreak for Evolution. Ben Houghton, the hero for TSS. And that is his first goal as a Rover as well. In his 3rd season, he's only had limited appearances, 8 in his previous 2 seasons. Getting the start tonight and getting what could be a huge goal. It's maybe not over yet as Kerriman on the ball, and it's played in looking for Mejia, but it's just too close there towards Thorson. And that might be the last chance either team get here, as that ball up just skips away from Brasinia. Evolution will feel that they've thrown this one away, and the final whistle goes. The women's game ended 2-2 between these two teams. The men's game ends 2-2 as well. A dramatic late equaliser for TSS, and you can see Ali Zohar and some of the TSS players over at the referee. I'm pretty sure they're going to be complaining about the non-penalty call. But that was an enjoyable start to the League 1 BC season. Thank you for spending your Friday evening with us if you've been watching live. Thank you for watching on demand if you're watching these later. What a game this was. Dominic De Paula putting Evolution ahead in the 41st minute. The assist going to Frixos Petsas. 46th minute, 52 seconds after the restart, Michael Hennessy equalised for TSS. That was how it stood until the 75th minute when Dominic De Paula grabbed his second of the evening. His penalty was saved by Callum Weir, but he was quick to react to the rebound, put it away, and then 3 minutes into stoppage time, the ball falls to Benjamin Hulton in the box, and he buries it high into the Evolution net, denying the Coquitlam side a historic first ever win in their first ever match. It finishes TSS Rovers 2, Evolution 2. Hope you've enjoyed the action. I've been Michael McCall. Give me a follow on social media, AFTN. You can read all our stuff, aftn.ca, and listen to our podcast as well. Next week's Game of the Week comes from over in Harbourside, or over in the Nimo, as the former Harbourside, now Nimo United, will be hosting that one. Make sure you watch out for the other games going up on the League 1 BC channel. There's more action to come on Sunday in North Vancouver's Altitude take on Vancouver Whitecaps and Vancouver Rise. We'll be back with another Game of the Week soon. Until then, thanks for watching, have a good weekend and enjoy some local footy.